Welcome to this video. In the previous video, we learned to find the mean of group data by step deviation method. Today, in this video, we will learn to find the mode of grouped data. Let's look at ungrouped data before understanding mode. We have the following figures of the marks obtained by 30 students. Can you tell the mode of these figures? That's correct. As we know, mode is a value of observation that occurs most frequently. In other words, the observation with maximum frequency is called mode. So, writing these figures as follows, we can say that the value of mode here is 9. Let us see the next example. The intelligence quotient, that is IQ of 50 students of a school, are represented as below. So, can you tell what will be the mode of the given figures? Mode is a value inside the class with the highest frequency, but remember, in a grouped frequency distribution. Mode cannot be determined merely by looking at the frequencies. Instead, from frequencies, we can find the class whose frequency is more, which is called the modal class. Mode is a value inside the modal class that can be obtained by the following formula, where L is equal to the lower limit of the modal class. H is the size of the class interval. F1 is the frequency of the modal class. F0 is the frequency of the class just before the modal class. And F2 is the frequency of the class immediately after the modal class. Therefore, the maximum number of students here is 16. So the class interval is 100 to 110. From the above table, we can tell that the lower limit of the modal class is 100. The size of class interval is 10. The frequency of the modal class is 16. The frequency of the class just before the modal class is 9. And the frequency of the class that follows immediately is 13. So, substituting the measurement of all the obtained L, F0, F1, F2 and H in the model formula and on solving it. The value of mode is obtained 107. Therefore, we can say that the mode of the given data is 107. In this video today, we learned to find the mode of grouped data. In the next video, we will see interesting examples based on this. Welcome to this video. In the previous video, we learned to find the mode of grouped data. Today, we will see an interesting example based on the method of finding the mode. The following frequency distribution is the reported life expectancy of 400 television sets. So, can you find the modal value of the life expectancy of the television sets? Let's try to solve it. We know that in order to find the mode, first of all, we must select the highest frequency. So, from the given frequency table, you can tell that 76 is the highest frequency here. So, the modal class will be 600 to 700. where 600 is the lower limit of the modal class, that is L. Can you tell what will be the size of this class interval? Perfect. Here we can see that all the class intervals are of equal measurement. So, the size of the class interval, that is the value of h, will be 100. From the modal formula, we can say that we will need the values of L, H, F0, F1 and F2 to find the mode. Hence, the values of the lower limit of the modal class, the size of the class, the frequency of the modal class, the frequency of the class immediately before the modal class and the frequency of the class immediately after it, on being substituted in the modal formula and on being solved, give the value of the mode as 669.23. Therefore, we can say that the life expectancy of the television sets is 669 hours and 13.8 minutes. In this video today, we saw an interesting example based on the method of finding the mode of grouped data. In the next video, we will see the common mistakes made while solving these types of questions based on mode of grouped data. Welcome to this video. In the previous video, we saw an interesting example based on the method of finding the mode of grouped data. Today in this video, we will see the common mistakes made while solving questions based on the method of finding the mode of group data. The following data represent the number of telephone calls in a government office in 2 days, that is 48 hours. So, can you tell what will be the value of the mode of the following data? Pause the video to solve the question and then check your answer. Let's discuss option 2. We know that to find the mode, we first need to choose the maximum frequency of the data. So, from the given data, we can tell that the maximum frequency here will be 13, whose modal class is from 14 to 17, where 14 is the lower limit of the modal class. From the above table, we can see that the size of each class interval is same. Therefore, the size of class interval will be 3. Since we have to find the value of the mode, therefore, with the help of the given data, substituting the values of L, H, F0, F1 and F2 in the modal formula and on solving it. The value of mode obtained is approximately 15.09. So, option 2 is the correct answer. If you have selected option 1, it is a good try. But this answer is wrong. Because instead of the highest frequency, you choose the midpoint of the frequencies. And on the basis of that, have started to solve the question. Upon solving which, the value of mode is obtained as 12, which is the wrong answer. If you have selected option 3, then it is also a good try. But this is the wrong answer. Because in the modal formula, instead of L plus F1 minus F0, upon 2 times f1 minus f0 minus f2 multiplied by h, you substitute L plus f1 minus f0 upon 2 times f0 minus f1 minus f2 multiplied by h and solve on the same basis, which upon being solved gives the value of mode as 2, which is an incorrect answer because the value of mode is any value inside the modal class. So hopefully you must have understood why the second option is correct in this example and why the remaining options are incorrect. Teachers can also test students' understanding in class with the help of some such examples.